Good afternoon. Thanks for being for into the actual computer. So yeah. Okay. Can you guys hear me? Oh. Hello? I'm frozen.
We can hear you, Carol.
Okay. Am I frozen though?
You are not frozen.
Not frozen. Okay. All righty. Well, we've got Stacy. I think Joanna was gonna hop on and maybe Annie. But either way, thanks to everybody for joining us for this update about what was happening, what happened on our call yesterday with corporate for our diamond call. So let's see, I have the little write-up here. So every month we have a diamond call. Everybody from corporate is there. And yesterday's call, I think, was like 2 hours long. It's usually an hour. But let's get to like the nitty gritty. Well, first, let me talk about something interesting. So every call, leadership starts with like, congratulations. They have a congratulations video of like everyone who ranked up to diamond, crown diamond, and royal crown diamond. And so just to give everybody a little bit of a reality check, it always seems like these people just like rank up to diamond in like 2 years, whatever. Yesterday, there was a new diamond who joined in 2014 and ranked to diamond this month. So it took her 6 years. So there's other royal crown diamonds who have taken like 15 years to get there. So just want to highlight that even though it might seem like it might take a while, yeah, even if it takes a while, it's still totally doable. So that was really cool to see that it took her 6 years. Andrew Armstrong is our new general manager. I know that if you are in the Platinum Mingles group, he came in and did a live there. He's been in his position, I think, 3 weeks or something. And all I have to say is he has gotten more done in the short time that he's been in his position than anybody in that position has ever done. And so on this call, he was in the office with Austin, who's in charge of our IT. And he is like holding this guy, Austin, like holding the fire under his butt. Like he is not letting anybody off the hook. Like he is hovering over IT, and like we have a WhatsApp chat for the Royal Crown Diamonds. And he's been the first one who said, give me it all, like lay it on me. I want this message thread to blow up, and I am taking every single thing, I'm writing it down, and I'm gonna make sure that IT is on it. So no one has ever done that before. So him and Austin came on, and let me share my screen because I do have some screenshots. Austin did a really good job of kind of highlighting. There's a lot of crap on this laptop. Highlighting. No, I don't want to do that. Where are the screenshots that I took? Let's see. Okay, let me find them. He did a really good overview of like what they're doing and what's happening in the world of IT. So let me just get rid of all these because we'll be going over them. In the meantime, Stacy or Joanna, I know you guys are on the call. Do you guys have anything you want to say? No.
No, I mean, I think it was a fantastic call. I think everything you said about Andrew is spot on. It just feels like he talks the talk and walks the walk and gets stuff done like very quickly.
Yeah.
So it's really refreshing to see somebody who just comes in, understands it, and can make stuff happen. So we're seeing stuff literally like hour by hour, we're seeing things getting fixed. So, and you guys, I'm sure, are starting to see that roll out as well. So yeah, it's just great.
And I
Yes.
think too with him, like the thing that I'm noticing is his ability to communicate. Whereas we just feel maybe like things were kind of moving around and getting fixed before, but his ability to communicate what's actually happening is making our ability to communicate easier because we actually, it's happening. And he also is communicating in the other, like in the gold mingle or platinum mingle for you guys that are in there. He is not just communicating with us, like he's really trying to communicate with the entire field, which I think is amazing. So no matter like what rank you are, you're going to hear his voice, I think.
Yeah. Okay, I think this is the first one. Let's see. Okay, so let's talk about the downline viewer. So we got an update. So there have been obviously issues with the downline viewer lately, right? Starting like once the new website started. So what we were told finally to get a better understanding of like what the heck is going on and why are there so many issues, we found out that the downline viewer was built by a third party. And so because of all the new variables of customer volume, the new member types and all those kind of things, the downline viewer wasn't configured to deal with those kinds of new variables. So they identified 12 items to resolve so that everything would be dealt with. And then this little thing, oops, no, let me see what I can do to get this bigger. I don't know why. Oh, it won't let me. Okay, if you can read this microscopic writing, these are the downline viewer issues that they identified, but you can see just by looking at the percentage on the right side that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're showing 9. 9 of the 10 are already taken care of. So one of them is frequency of a subscribe to seal order is not reflected in the downline viewer. So like Stacy was saying, the Royal Crowns are communicating like all of these issues, and then Andrew's taking them to Austin, who's in charge of IT, and getting these things taken care of. So 12 items were identified, and then let's see, 10 of the 12 are already completed. And these last two, the OGV, are OGV not sorting correctly and unable to download a report in the downline viewer. These two should be done shortly. And then over the next several, well, since July 1st, when the shopping platform was released, till the 12th, 263 bugs and features have been completed, and 18 features were just uploaded last night. So I don't know if you've gotten a chance to look around in your downline viewer or even the website, but like they're continually working on it. Like they're working like around the clock. They have people in India that are like specifically trained in this platform that are working when the US IT people can't work. So it's pretty much around the clock. So these things, these transactional emails, they're being worked on. They are aware. All of these things they know will help reduce customer service wait times, right? Because everybody's calling about these things. So they have these things coming up in the next 30 to 45 days. And these are all really cool shopping experience add-on things. And first we were like, hold up, like stop adding stuff to this website. You guys have got to get what is already there fix, like stop taking away employees and time and all that. And they reassured us like none of these 4 things is taking away any manpower from current issue resolution. So I didn't get screenshots of all of these things, but I'll just go through one by one. So referral search. So at some point, we will be able to just send somebody to the Young Living site. And if they don't remember your member number, your referral number, they'll be able to just type in your name. So my name's Carol Yeh-Garner, right? But not everyone's going to remember how to spell Yeh and hyphenate and all of that, right? So it'll be searchable by Carol Y or Carol Garner or Carol Gardner, because I don't know why, but people put a D in there, and my picture will come up and it'll say my location, like San Diego, California. So I think that that's going to be a really cool feature for us to have, so that people will be searchable. If people hop onto the website without knowing or anyone from Young Living, they'll be able to search there to find somebody in the local area and get signed up under you. So I think that's a really cool feature. The referral ID boxes. So it's going to update with referral ID and sponsor ID boxes. And then there will be another place where they can put a check, like if they want the same referral person to be the sponsor. And so it'll just be more clear for that part. The deep link generator will be something where you can have a certain product like Thieves Oil, and you can put that hyperlink into whatever you're sending out, whether it's a newsletter or a post or whatever. And anybody that clicks on it, it'll go directly to that Thieves page. So I think that's pretty cool. And I wish I had gotten a picture of the subscription quick ad. But when you're in your subscriptions and you've got like all your products showing, when you want to add products right now, it's like a multiple click process, right? Like you have to go up to the search, you have to put the thing in, then you go to then the product page shows up, then you have to click subscribe. So it's just like really cumbersome, right? And so we've been telling them for a while, like, please make it easier. So now when you're in your subscription page for August and it shows like all of your items, right at the top of the product items will be a box that's going to say product quick ad or whatever. And you can just type in, THI, and then all of the Thieves products will show, and then you can just add it really, really quickly. So it's just going to be like a one-click kind of thing, which I think will be really, really smooth and good. Okay, my YL update. They've completed, we've been telling them like my YL has not been working properly for a really long time. On their end, they are seeing completed purchases increase 1100% since the launch of the new digital commerce platform. And they're seeing orders larger than they have ever seen. So for new brand partners, they're doing free 90-day trial. We're still really working to see if there's a way that they can do something about July, since July was really like, it was not available for anyone. So stay tuned on that. And then they wanted us to know, if you guys are not familiar with the fact that Young Living has put together a digital library, I'll make sure I bump up the post in the group, but we have a digital library for the US that has so many shareable content items in there, images, photos, and they're going to be adding more countries. So if you look here on the left corner of the digital library, you can change regions. So right now it's available for the US, Canada, and Ecuador. And coming soon, it's going to be in Mexico, Colombia, Australia, Malaysia, South Africa. So I think that's going to be so great for our brand partners, but even you could give that to your new customers too, because they have all of the guides, like right here, it's in Spanish, but like the product guide and clean living guide, like all of the content that Young Living has put together, it's all right in there in the digital library. So it's a great resource to give customers that are kind of like green personality, that want to know more information, that like to look through that kind of stuff. And they are really, really working on the US Latino market. So if you are in the US and know Spanish speaking people that are living in the US, know that Young Living is going to be working really hard and building up the resources and support for that population, which is huge actually in the United States, Spanish speaking people in the US. So okay, I already did that one. Okay, then what's this one? Oh, Weil Insights. So that was also crashing, but it's the times it's crashing have been reduced 86%. They've added an upline view so that you can see who your upline is. They've added current ranked snapshots. You can stay logged in for 90 days, which is awesome, instead of having to log in every single time. And they're still working on even more ease of use features. But if you look here on the home page, there's a data refresh button, which will help make sure that your information, your feed is as up to date as possible. So I think that's really great. Okay. This is, then we got to hear from Jonah Detra, who's in charge of shipping and the warehouse. This doesn't really show what he was talking about. So let me just make sure I get my notes. Okay. FedEx or something with the shipping. They changed shipping and their times are less. Right now they have a little bit of a backup in the warehouses because people are ordering so many more things and they're having a harder time keeping up. But some really exciting news is that we have partnered, Young Living has partnered with GXO Logistics. So they are the largest provider of shipping and warehouse space. So this is their new warehouse in Horn Lake, Mississippi, and it is the world's largest. The company is the world's largest, and this new warehouse is 1 million square feet of space. Young Living isn't going to fill the whole place, but it already has started sending product there. So this is already all the Young Living products that they've received on July 28th. This is what the picking area looks like. Oops. Come on. That's what the picking area looks like. And this is what the packing area looks like. So this is going to take over the Memphis warehouse. So starting in mid-September is when they will start sending and shipping items out of this warehouse. It's going to take care of the whole Eastern US and Texas. And it'll be fully transitioned out of the Memphis warehouse by October. So this warehouse company, like they work with huge companies like Nordstrom and really, really high-end companies, and they know their stuff. So one of the things that Joe Cannon said when he started, Joe Cannon is our president. Anyways, one of the things he said when he first came on the scene, when he did like a deep dive into like looking at what Young Living was doing, he's like, why is Young Living trying to be a warehouse company and a shipping company? Like, you guys are like a product company. Like, your products are what makes you successful. And so if you know anything about Memphis and that warehouse, it's kind of we've been riddled with issues for a long time. So the fact that we are now with like the largest shipping warehouse company in the United States, for sure, that specializes only in shipping and making sure that everything is shipped correctly and on time and all of that, I think is going to be a huge game changer for our company. Okay, what else? We got an update from April Medley, who is our litigation specialist, our litigation counsel. And she just kind of highlighted from our policies and procedures, like what is doable when people leave Young Living and what is not doable. So she didn't talk specifically about the people that have recently left, but she did state that that their team was going to highly follow up in a really strict way, because there were multiple violations of the policies and procedures. So we asked if maybe we could get the video clip of just that portion where she was explaining like what is a policy violation, so that we would understand like what is recruiting, what are the rules about if you quit Young Living and start another multi-level marketing company. So that was really great to see. She seems like she's got it well under control. Then let me share my screen again. Then we had Jackie Skinner come and talk about the foundation. So if you have people in the Dallas, Chicago, Minneapolis, Phoenix area, know that the Young Living Foundation, which is our nonprofit arm of the company, is going to be having live events on October 2nd in those areas, highlighting the work that Young Living has been doing. So it's always really awesome to see what she's been doing. Okay, stop share because I didn't take the screenshots of the other stuff. Who in here is aware of Young Living Foundation's newest program called The Passion in You? Either thumbs up or say yes or no in the comment section. I imagine that most people didn't pay attention to that part in the convention, and most people don't know about it. So this is a really cool feature of our nonprofit. So Young Living Foundation is like the heart and soul of Young Living. It's a nonprofit that Gary and Mary created, and they actually pay for 100% of the operating and administrative costs, so that every single penny that's donated to the foundation goes to the charities that we support. And the number of charities has just increased. I think she said there's like 20 to 30. And when I started in Young Living, there were like 3 or 4 charities that the foundation supported. So they're constantly adding to the charities, but the Passion in You is a really, really cool program. So if you go to younglivingfoundation.org, which is their, thanks, Stacy. She put it in the chat. If you go to that page, younglivingfoundation.org/passion-in-you, you'll find out more information. But this came about because there are so many Young Living members that are like, I've got a great nonprofit that I really, really want to support, but, you know, how do I get them involved with the foundation? So the Passion in You is a program where the foundation will match up to $10,000. So you could earn $20,000 for the nonprofit that you want to raise money for. And you just have to fill out a really simple application form, and it has to fit into one of the 3 pillars that the foundation supports. So it's something about empowering women and children. The other one is ending exploitation. I forget what the third one is. Maybe education. Anyways, when you apply, you have to make sure that your charity that you want to support fits into one of those 3 pillars. And then if you want to do a fundraiser and you're not, is it platinum and above, Stacy, or is it diamond and above?
Platinum and above.
So if you're not, okay, so Stacy just put like a whole big write up in the chat if you're in there. But if you're platinum or above, you can just fill it out and you will be the team leader, which just means that your name is on it and then you're helping to organize it, but there's really no organization needed because you'll get a little like place on their website in the Passion in You projects page that you can send people, and it's literally that easy. If you're not platinum, if you're below platinum and you want to start this, you just have to find a platinum or above that's willing to co-team this project with you. It can be your upline, it can be a crossline. Dr. Cindy Hagerton came on board and talked about this organization that she found that's local to her in Texas that ends trafficking and has like a really great program to help rehabilitate people who have been trafficked. And she got together with Crossline people and just coordinated her fundraiser. So the Passion in You project, it's a new thing that just got launched. It's open to anybody. You can do 1 passion project per year per member, and they will match up to $10,000. So that's pretty amazing. So if you have any kind of, leaning towards wanting to help certain charities, nonprofits, this is a great way to put some of your time to use and get the foundation to help you make a bigger impact. So that was that. They have a new website. The foundation has a new website, and they have a ton of videos on their YouTube channel. So if you haven't checked that out and you have a desire to like download a video and share it with your team or share it on your posts or whatever, there's a lot of shareable content on there. The next person that came on the call, well, the last person to come on the call was Mary. And she just really shared from her heart how she has been feeling, it really hurt her that certain people left the company, but she's so confident in what is happening with the company and confident in what the litigation counsel is doing with that whole situation. And she just feels so strongly that we are going in the right direction in terms of what is happening with Young Living. So even though it was 2 hours, it was just full of really, really great information. Stacy and Joanna or anybody else that might be on here, do you have any other things to add?
I think you did an awesome summary. Yeah, I think the overall call, the energy was just really positive. I saw people at the end, people were crying, like happy tears. I think people finally feel like we're over this hump where, it's just been, let's face it, it's been very challenging for a lot of reasons for a while. And I feel like things are finally coming together and we're seeing it in real time. So yeah, I thought it was an awesome call. And that was a great summary. We can open up for questions maybe, unless Joanna or anyone else want to.
Yeah, Joanna, do you have any other thoughts or things to add?
I think just overall, yesterday's call really made me see again that Young Living is much more than just a community. Like the support and the love and like the family feel that we have, that you're not going to experience in most other huge companies like this. I think just how even like corporate people talk to each other and how they're connected with the field just really gives me a lot of confidence going forward, even though we're like in the trenches right now with a lot of stuff going on with the website and stuff. I just feel like beyond blessed to be a part of it. And I know we're all going to come out much greater leaders than we came in with it. And I think just like mostly like the love, and then hearing Mary speak, I don't know if you talked about that, but like her heart is so big for us, you guys. And like, she loves this company, obviously, and she has like a huge thing on her shoulders to like carry forward her husband's mission. And I feel that on my shoulders too. Like, I love Mary, like this past week, just being able to text her and just say like, I'm walking side by side with you, and like, it's just not very many companies you can do that with. So I'm just super blessed and grateful, and for you guys and for corporate. So.
Yes. One thing that I didn't mention is our corporate people. So we have a new communications director who just started. He came from New Skin and is going to help make sure that our communications to the field, but also customer service and all of that, like he's looking over all of that. So that's really awesome. And then Ty Tolman, who has been in charge of Asia Pacific, he started 3 or 4 years ago. And when he started in Asia Pacific, they were doing about 100 million a year. And with his leadership, they are now doing 500 million a year. And so he now is in charge of Asia Pacific, Australia, New Zealand, and now Latin America. And then Kristen Todd, who has been so far lately, historically, in charge of Australia, New Zealand, and Europe, is now in charge of Europe and America, the US. So she is a tough cookie and really knows her stuff and has really, really kind of helped. Like, Europe still has its issues, but she's really getting those issues taken care of in a timely fashion. Like, again, we've had people in these roles that say a lot of stuff, but we don't see the action. We don't see anybody taking the action. And Andrew is for sure, he's the general manager of the US. He's for sure taking action, and we're seeing it. And with Kristen Todd as our overarching person in the US, regional president for the US, I think it's just gonna really, really help our company, because she is also a take action kind of person. So I think that with Kristen and Ty Tolman and Andrew in those positions, that we're finally, we finally have the right people. So let's open it up for questions. Feel free to unmute yourself or type in your question in the comments if you have any. We'll do our best to answer.
I have a question. Maybe I missed this on today's call, but one of the big things that we've been all asking for possibly is to have the discount clear when you first see the price, when you see the products, so that they can see, oh, if I just do that, I can unlock the 24% off. Where is that on the priority list for them? Only because every day we're sending customers and they're not seeing what is actually available at first glance.
Do you want me to take that?
Sure.
Because I've been talking to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they agree it needs to happen. They're literally in triage mode right now. It's like things that are, basically preventing people from spending their money are at the top of the list. I think that that's a super important one. I know they do too. And I know it's going to be one of they're looking at it more as a feature and less of a bug. So it's kind of on the new feature list. So they're doing the bugs first, then the features. So yeah, it will happen. I agree. I think that, when someone comes in and they see whatever it is, like $32 shampoo, like they're done. I think they need to see the 24% off price that they could unlock. And they need to see like a really simple 1-sentence explanation of how they can do that. So yeah, I know that's going to happen. I don't know.
Cool. I just wanted to make sure that they agreed with that and that at some
They do.
point it's coming in the pipeline.
They do for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, Stacy has been spending hours and hours and hours with IT, showing them examples, showing them screen videos of like, here's how it is and here is how it should be. So she's like talking to them daily, multiple times a day to really press forward like what needs to happen. So I know that she's on top of it, and other people who are more tech savvy are really, really staying on top of it and holding the IT people accountable for what they're saying and what they're doing, and know that pretty much everything that you might be noticing, like they are aware of. Multiple times they've been told by different people. And like Stacy said, they're definitely in triage mode right now just to get things. I mean, and you can see like based on what we had July 1st to now, things have shifted dramatically. So it's just, we got to give them time, even though like we've been saying, like, just hold on, just hold on. I know that it's like super frustrating to keep hearing, like, just hold on, things are going to get better. But we finally have people who are actually making them do the things that we want them to do. So, okay. Anybody else?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Hi. I don't know where, again, this is on the priority list, but as far as in our VO being able to see, particularly it's the new members, like I have some placements that I got, I don't have their address.
Right.
Are they working on, so like I'm I'm emailing them or I'm texting them or trying to find them on Facebook, but I don't have their address. So I don't know where they are. I don't know if it was like someone, I had asked the question, someone said that some of the placements are going to be incorrect. So where are they with the addresses and ensuring that these placements that we've received are actually truly ours?
I can comment on that. It's honestly like a data syncing issue at this point. It's not that there is no address, like they collected it. It's just not talking to the front end that we're seeing. I thought this was fixed. Are you still seeing this, Robin, or is this?
As of last night, I went to look at my newest placement and her address was not there.
Okay. I mean, I'll check in it. I know that they're fully aware, and we obviously need to be able to see contact info for our people.
Okay.
What?
So yeah.
Appreciate
I
it.
can ask my neighbor.
Can you guys just make sure you're on mute? Oh, there you go. Thank you.
Yeah, and in terms of placements, random placements, I know that we've had lots of people who for sure know that their person put in the right member number in the referral box, but have lost. Like Julie Mitchell's one of them that I'm trying to help kind of get her person back under her. So just, if you end up getting any random placements and you have the contact info and you get a hold of them, please do your team members a favor and just make sure that they really did sign up without a referral number and that they really just went to the Young Living website and just had no idea that there was even such a thing, so that we can make sure that people get put back under who they actually signed up with.
Yeah, the first one I got, she actually responded and we've been messaging. She was a member back in, I don't know, like 2013. And she's just came across like some products and she's like, oh, maybe I'll go back in. Like she was telling me this. I said, you didn't mean to sign up with anyone? She said, no, I just kind of went on and did what I did before and figured it out. So I know she's good because we're in communication. It's the other one I really don't have any, you know, I have her email address and I sent her an email and a text message, but I haven't heard from her. So I wanted to send her something.
And in the meantime, like until the data is syncing, you guys are all welcome to call, you know, customer service or leadership or whoever and say, I have this person, I'm not seeing their contact info, and they can give it to you.
Oh, I did. Okay.
Yeah, they'll
Okay.
give it to you.
All right. Thank you, Stacey.
But hopefully this gets sorted sooner than later.
Yeah, and hopefully the wait time for customer service gets way shorter. So an update that's not, I don't know if I've shared this before, it wasn't on the call, but their customer service is doing their best to try and hire more reps because they see the need, obviously. But in Utah, it's been, the job market has been so tough and people are collecting unemployment and they don't want to work. So they have not been successful in hiring as many new customer service reps as they want. And they're working on it and they're trying to get innovative with offers and ways to help people work from home and all that kind of stuff and being creative that way. So know that the customer service is really, really working hard to get more people so that the call times are reduced. And know that corporate understands that like 90% of the calls going to member services right now are IT related, downline viewer related, order related, that if once the website actually is showing accurate information and doing what it's supposed to do, that like the number of calls going to member services will be significantly decreased. So they know that they completely see that things are piling up because of IT and because of the website, and that they're definitely doing what they need to do in making sure that those things get taken care of.
And also on that note, I feel like Young Living has just had a lot of grace with this whole thing. Like, yes, we have 6 million members, but I feel like each time that there is an issue with an individual person and it's due to these errors, like they are taking care of people and they're not just like, sorry, you know, whatever, deal with it. Like they recognize. And so if you guys are having issues and you're not able to get it resolved with customer service, like go to your silver upline or go to your leader and work with them and it will get resolved. And if it doesn't, like keep going up and we will make sure that your people are taken care of just during this period when there's a lot going on.
I have a quick question that I'm not sure if this is the right space. The virtual office, the people that are falling off the inactives, I haven't heard one clear thing. I guess maybe this is a better way to put it. I don't understand. Are people supposed to stay on even if they are not active, or will they fall off like they used to, or do we know yet?
Come answer. My understanding is that they should fall off like they used to after 12 months of inactivity. Nothing has really changed there.
Okay.
The only difference is if they've truly fallen off for inactivity, and there are some cases where people are falling off because they didn't complete an order correctly, then they go into a different inactive state. But if they're a true inactive member, as in haven't placed an order in 12 months, they should be able to go on and just do their reactivation online without having to get on the phone. They have the option to still go on the phone, but they should be able to do it online with an order as well.
But they fall out of our online or our VO.
Yes, your VO,
like normal.
just like always. Yeah, they'll just disappear when the month closes.
So if someone takes advantage of just having a toothpaste on subscription, they'll show up for that month with that small purchase and then not next month if they don't.
Oh, no, they'll stay for 12 months after, like if they, let's say today.
Okay, because that's considered a qualifying purchase.
Right.
Correct. So if someone just orders toothpaste in August and they never order again for the next 11 months, they'll stay in your downline with 0 PV. And then on that 12th month, when the commissions close, then they'll fall off if you haven't, reached out.
I think the part that's been confusing is that it hasn't been said, if you put one toothpaste on subscription, that unlocks your discount for 12 months, like a 100 PV order does. And that's why I think I was confused that they would show up the next month because they're not technically active for 12 months. They're not active the next month.
Well, if it's on subscription, then that's assuming that they have to keep order. If they turn off their subscription, then they're not going to get 24% anymore.
Right.
But they should still stay in your downline because they placed that order.
Okay.
They just won't get the discount, but they'll still be part of your organization, just with 0 PV, just like your people before
Okay.
who just ordered once and never ordered again.
Okay. Oh, yes, there's a couple good questions in the chat.
Okay. I guess I would want clarity, Amy. When you say previous customers who are grandfathered in for years still showing up as going inactive soon, I'm assuming that's because they're at their 12 months where they haven't ordered, even if they got grandfathered in, as a 24%, as a wholesale, what we used to call wholesale person. If they still haven't ordered for 12 months, the 12-month clock didn't start over because we got a new website. Does that answer your
Yes,
question?
and that's what I think we were of the impression of there for a while, is that they would be grandfathered in for another 12 months, that clock would start over.
That's what they said. They said everybody who had been a customer, as soon as it turned over, they would all get a year.
Okay, Carol, sorry, I didn't hear that.
I'm
you know
not
about
clear about that. I think that what Amy and Annie are saying is accurate, that it sounded like when someone got once the new website had everyone on it, that
Yes.
the year would start from when they got on the new platform, but we can follow up and find out.
I mean,
Yeah,
it makes
we'll check it out.
sense, that it doesn't. I mean, that would be great, but it makes sense, if they aren't able to do that.
Okay, other questions?
Carol, yes.
Yeah.
The inactive members, I remember that they were grandfathered in. I've been trying to find like, where was I told that information? Because I remembered it, but now I'm like really second guessing myself. I feel like it's just part of the whole confusion where they tell us one thing and yet something else happens. And I'm okay. I feel like this is fair that you go inactive, but I feel like with they have so much, they're waiting on hold for so long. I have customers that just like, I give up. I don't want to try.
Right.
Like, I don't want to spend $50 right now. I have like a teacher friend who was like, oh my goodness, I'm in the middle of all this stuff. I don't have 2 hours to wait
Right.
on hold for a $50 order.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell them one thing and yet something else happens. So I feel like I'm in the middle, that I just look like my integrity, my word, it's being challenged. It's the frustrating thing. I understand it, but I feel like I tell them one thing and yet something else happens. It just makes me feel stupid.
Yeah, believe me, I know.
Yeah.
I feel you. I get it.
And I think something like, if you guys are feeling frustrated, if your customers are literally like in a check queue for hours and hours and, they're just like at their breaking point, like work with your leader. A lot of times we can talk to leadership and, make things happen faster. Like lean on us, let us help you guys in those situations where people are frustrated and losing patience. We get it. Like we're feeling it times a lot, just because we're having a lot of people in the same situation. Not to discount at all your feelings. I guess I'm just saying, like, we totally get it. And it is frustrating when you read something or hear something and then it's like not syncing up. And but lean on us, like let us work with leadership or Diamond Support or whoever and take care of those people. Because at the end of the day, we don't want them walking away, obviously.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Where do we find the product info pages now? They might not be synced into the VO quite yet. I know that they're,
PIPs.
yeah, the PIPs.
Some of them are, like some
Yeah.
products have them, not all. I know that's, again, they're like adding them. And there's like other info on the products, like farm information, which I think is super cool. It's not on all of them yet. Like these are all things that are going to be slowly getting added.
Any other questions? Okay. All righty.
There's a question, sorry, one just came through. I don't know if it meant to come in as a private. I don't think it did. What carrier are we using for shipping? Is it one carrier? Why is the shipping taking so long? I think that graph that Carol put up, it was kind of showing different bars and different times. I think there was one carrier, I think it's called SurePost. It's through USPS, and that was the one that was or Smart Post or something that's like basically really, really slow and horrible. And I think that graph was showing that that's actually not taking forever anymore. I actually feel like shipping is good at the moment. I think I'm seeing so many messages of people who order on a Monday and they're having their order, by like a Thursday, which is awesome.
I think there was a shipping delay though in the last week that's been happening. So Jonah, who's in charge of the warehouse, did say that there was a delay. Mostly, I think it was because what he was saying is like most of the time orders that are coming through are like 5 products per box. And lately it's been like 12 products on average per box. So like, yay, great job, people. You guys are doing what you're supposed to be doing. But they have more automation in the current warehouses that they have right now. But a lot of the stuff is still handpicked by a human, where they have to go to each little bin, and there's like, they have a little handheld thing that like highlights. So the last time I was in the warehouse, they showed us how the pick stations are set up. So there's all these products in specific little bins. The pick person is in charge of like, I'm in charge of this many shelves, right, of this many products. And when the box comes in front of them, they have a little handheld thing that lights up and tells them, and lights up like, okay, one of this thing, and the little box up here lights up, and like one of this thing over here, and that box lights up. And so someone is manually like taking things from shelves to put into the box. So not that that makes that much sense as to why there was like a shipping backup. I know that Memphis was having issues, which is why they're like getting rid of Memphis over the next couple months. But I think what he said was that they are almost up to date. I think they were backed up a couple days. So, but historically, right, we know things were like stuck in the warehouse for weeks, sometimes like being held like by some weird thing, like something was out of stock or whatever, but then it was back in stock, but then it was like still being held. So that thankfully is all taken care of. Now that we've got the new platform talking in the 21st century to the warehouse instead of our old platform, which was all Frankenstein pieced together. So like Stacy said, we were on a streak where like someone would contact me and say like, oh, something happened with my order, I need to cancel it, or I need to like, the wrong one went in, and I contact Diamond support. And usually if I get it the same day to Diamond support, they can intercept it. But lately it has been the same day, we even like within an hour of the person clicking submit, like it's already packed and gone. So I know that.
And then people don't believe us. They're like, no, we know Young Living is slower. I've had some people who are like, we know it's not packed. And I'm like, no, like they're on it. It's actually really like boxed and gone. And they're like, oh, wow.
Yeah. So there were some issues, but I believe from yesterday's call that Jonah said that they should be catching up in the next day or so. Talene, did you have a question?
Yeah, my question was not about like packing, but it's about the actual shipping, because, I guess my issue is, sorry, it's loud here. Before, when we were able to choose our carrier, it was like coming really quickly. And now my people are saying like, it's 1 to 8 days free shipping, 1 to 9 days for $10. And so they're like, that doesn't really seem like worth it for $10. It's maybe 1 day faster. And I'm just wondering like, what is the carrier that we're using that would, because you know, other companies, they have like 3-day shipping and it's like on time. And then I have people that are doTERRA people, they get both. And one person said to me, like, my doTERRA comes quickly. Like, what can I choose a faster shipping? And so, and, you know, especially right now with everything that's going on, people want their wellness stuff quickly,
Yeah.
you know, and even the fact that $19.99 is still like a long time. It's like, they're like, can I overnight it? Like, and that's not even really an option. So like, it's actually, my question is about like the carrier, because it was, I feel like it was better before when we didn't have free shipping. My people were happy to pay $5 and know that it was like 3 to 5 days or whatever it was. And now it seems like the carrier situation is not as fast. So I'm just wondering if you have any insight about that.
I know that they were going to be narrowing down the range of time. Like right now, it literally says, you know, economy 3 to 9 days, and then standard is 3 to 8 days, which is a huge business days, which makes it even a bigger range of time. I was chatting, I forget, someone a few days ago at IT, and they're like, yeah, we need to like fine tune that. It needs to not say 3 to 8 business days. It needs to say like 3 to 5 or whatever. In terms of the carrier, I know economy, at least the last I heard, it's not always a set thing. Is that right, Carol? Like it depends on where you are. Like sometimes it's USPS, but then in USPS, there's like different types within that. So just know if you guys are doing the economy free one, like it's always going to take I don't want to say a lot longer, but it, you know, UPS and FedEx are always going to be a lot faster. I know you're specifically in Hawaii, which I know adds a whole nother layer of complexity and time and whatnot, but just generally speaking, I know that they're working to give a more specific estimation of the time on the different shipping methods. But in terms of economy, I think it's just going to always be that slow USPS one. Like economy is never going to be UPS or FedEx.
I would like to offer some help or some like comfort, I guess. When I order from Amazon, I live rurally, but I don't think I live that rurally. I mean, I can get to big stores within an hour, but if I order something from Amazon and my estimated date is a minimum of 5 days out, if I ship it to my friends 20 minutes away, I can get it 2 to 3 days faster. So I'm wondering if some of those estimates are because they may not have the capability to do that like Amazon can. Like you change the address and it tells you exactly how many days it may take. And so they maybe have to put a larger blanket on there for some of those kinds of things, because mine takes, like I get all of my mail a day later than everyone on the planet. It feels like, so, I mean, so just knowing that there's some, and they have to protect themselves too. If they say 3 to 5 and it's 6, you know, there's storms and things like that.
Exactly. They want to like, what is it? Under promise and over deliver, not the opposite.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a question about payment processing problems when the payment source was actually correct. I can answer this because I've been dealing with this for days. Okay, so without getting super complicated, there was an issue apparently where they were bringing in credit cards that were saved in your wallet from the old site, and the paths were somehow getting crossed. And so what I mean by that is now you'd go in on the new site and you'd have your credit card and you know that it's a good card, but it was getting crossed with a card that like should get declined because it's expired or something. So basically the short story here is, yes, there are orders that are going through. It looks like it goes through and then you have 0 PV and you're like, what happened to the order? And then you call in to find out that it was declined, but it shouldn't be because your card was good. I'm assuming this is what you're talking about. They're very much, I think they might have already fixed it. This was 2 days ago, but if you're seeing those issues, just either call in directly or have leadership check that order and they just have to rerun it. Super annoying, and I hope this gets fixed.
Another thing in terms of shipping is that there are delays just with the carriers too, that don't have anything to do with Young Living. So they might be padding that estimated delivery time just so that they're kind of also taking into account the issues with the delays with actual carriers.
Yeah, so I see a message about the payment thing. If you guys are having these issues with payments, rather than telling your customer to call in and, wait on hold forever, I encourage you guys as their upline, their business person, work with Young Living yourself, get it taken care of. All it is it's just going to be a phone call and you're going to say that the card didn't go through. They're going to manually rerun it and it's going to go through. I hope this gets fixed very quickly, but that's what that is. If you guys are seeing those 0 PVs and you know that their card should have gone through.
Any other questions? Please keep the callback feature on leadership versus holding. Yes. I only can
Pressing 1 is a blessing. I've gotten disconnected so many times and have to start over just because I turned around or something,
So they do have the callback feature is what you're saying. Keep it.
Sometimes
So-
it doesn't offer always, but I press 1 and try, and sometimes I get lucky.
Is it, Annie, do you notice if it's late in the day, sometimes they know that their phone line's backed up, if it's in the evening,
They might turn that on then. But I've done it before noon before
Okay.
and been able to win with that. So it's, so yes, that's helpful, but I don't know from a logistics standpoint, if it's better for them or if it's better to just wait, it's convenient for
sure
us,
they're
but I
not-
don't know about their end.
They're not just shutting it off we don't want to talk to anyone. I know they've had such a backlog of emails.
Yeah.
I mean, thousands and thousands of emails, and I'm sure the calls are just the same. So they might be just getting to a point where they're we have so much coming in that we can't start another backlog of more people. So sorry, you just have to wait on hold, which
Yep.
is
It is
annoying.
what it is.
But the callback feature we know and it is awesome, but I don't mind sharing that feedback. Bring it back as soon as you can.
Yeah, if they can. Yeah, that's awesome.
Mozart, yeah.
For the handful of people, and I know that it wasn't a ton, but it was enough, and I think it was financially frustrating and enough that they were getting charged for their current month's order and their previous month's order. Is that something that they are aware of too, from a more wide problematic standpoint versus probably isolated? They're on top of that. Okay, great.
Actually, I haven't heard that one, so maybe it's not that wide.
It's fun.
I've heard it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that they're aware of that.
Awesome.
Double charges and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
That's awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
We are all going to get back to selling awesome oils and not doing customer service all day very soon. We're still here in it. Yeah, thank you guys for your patience. Thank your people for their patience. Everyone's literally doing everything they can.
Definitely. Okay, if there's no other questions or anything, we will keep in touch, and any indication how long the starter bundles will remain available? Not sure yet. Not sure yet. Yeah.
Get them all you can.
Yeah, get them while you can. And really, they are a good deal, but unless your person really wants every single thing in the starter bundle that you're selling, the whole reason why the company is moving away from starter bundles is because they saw such a huge decrease in second and third month reorders, because people are spending money on stuff that they don't really want. We were just doing such a good job of selling people the PSK or whatever starter bundle it was. So
and just the fact too, like Carol was saying, the average order size went from packing 5 items in a box to 12. That's showing me that people are using the site the way that we're wanting it to be used, which is people adding the things that they want instead of that one premium starter kit, one item. Now they're picking the 12 that they want, which is funny that it's 12 because there's 12 oils that they're not getting anymore. But yeah.
Okay, one last question. Did someone touch on points, loyalty points not being updated?
Yeah, we didn't touch on it, but yes, it's syncing. For those of you who don't know, some people are showing either the wrong amount of loyalty points or no loyalty points. That's definitely getting fixed.
Okie doke. All right. Thanks everyone for joining. Hope that that helps you feel just a little bit more confident about what's happening behind the scenes. Oh, Hannah said live chat was able to help her with her points.
Yeah,
okay.
that's great.
And we will keep your eye on the distillery. And like every time I get an update, I'm posting it in the distillery. So, we're doing our best to keep you as updated. And like we've said before, Andrew's doing a phenomenal job keeping communication lines open and letting us know what's going on so that we can relay that information to all of you so that you aren't having just radio silence the way it's been for the last several months. So things are turning around slowly, but surely, and we will get there, people. And when we do, we're going to be so stoked that we hung in there. All right. So, okay. In-stock updates online is a month old. Okay. I'll let them know. All right. Thanks. Have a great day. Thanks for joining us.
Guys.
I'll replay up here soon for anyone that wants to share this with your team members.
I'm going to go yell at IT. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Bye.